This is where the fun begins.
Hello, fellow mutants.
Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. Sorry if you just saw me doing this. I was trying to wait for see myself, which sounds weird. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about 10, according to this Screen Rant article, 10 characters that Disney brought into the Star Wars universe from the prequels to the original trilogy. So let's see what they mean, shall we? So 10 characters. No, wait, there we go. So I don't know why there are so many ads, but so 10 Star Wars prequel characters Star Wars brought into the OT, original trilogy era by Disney. So number 10, Anakin. And you can say that he was technically part of the original trilogy era by default due to him being Darth Vader. And towards the end, whether you see the remastered editions or the original version by him being a Force Ghost with Obi-Wan and Yoda. But let's see what they have to say. Because technically, Anakin was kind of an original trilogy character. Technically. Having been a star in the prequel trilogy and focal point of the Lucas saga, it only makes sense that Disney would bring back Anakin Skywalker in one way or another. Not only has Hayden Christensen reprised his role as Anakin and Darth Vader in the Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he also reappeared in Ahsoka to finish his Padawan's Ahsoka's training. With how important Anakin is as a character and how much he has been showing up in Disney's most recent properties, it would not be surprising if he appeared again in the future. I'm hoping in season 2, if there's a season 2 of Ahsoka, because or in some capacity with Luke, because I feel like now that we're in a stage where we can CGI Luke Skywalker's face, right, to make him look like Mark Hamill did in Return of the Jedi era, right, or even recasting someone, right, to be Luke Skywalker in that timeline since Mark Hamill was too old for that, or even if we want to do a sequel trilogy era with Hayden Christensen coming back for Luke Skywalker and in between Mandalorian or Book of Boba season 2 or Book of Boba Fett and Force Awakens, getting Mark Hamill to come back that way if Mark Hamill's up for that. We can still get Hayden Christensen for that, right? Um, honestly, it would be up for them bringing back Anakin only if it's makes sense to the story and doesn't undermine anything that Lucas did or shit on any of the characters. Kind of like I'm sorry for sequel trilogy fans, but not really. But like how they did with the in a way Luke when like the way he died, because I feel like Luke Skywalker died like a bitch. Anyways, number 9, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, technically he was an original trilogy character. Um, unless they mean like the Hayden Christensen's version Anakin, then okay. And the Ian McGregor Obi-Wan, then okay, I'll give them that. But as a character in themselves, Anakin was in the original trilogy as Vader, and technically Obi-Wan was in the original trilogy. But if they talk about like the Hayden Christensen's version, okay, fine, I'll give them that. And Ian McGregor's version, okay, I'll give them that. Anyways, despite first appearing in the original trilogy as a much older man, played by Alice Guinness, Ian McGregor's Obi-Wan was a mainstay of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Not only is he a fan favorite, but most of his story between the prequel and original trilogies have gone untold. This changed with the release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which sought to fill the gaps left to tell in Obi-Wan's exile in Time in Exile. He also makes an appearance in the animated Star Wars Rebels as well, further fleshing out his time in the original prequels, between the original prequels. There's there's a book called Kenobi, right? Which takes place right after the events of Revenge of the Sith. That was a beautiful book. That book is now considered as Legends, which is what it was once considered as canon. It was canon when George Lucas was head, and now that Disney is ahead of Lucasfilm, what was once Legends is now what was once canon is now Legends. Because Disney Thanos snapped everything that was canon before, with the exception of the movies and the Clone Wars show. Um, but again, I like how they say, despite first appearing in Obi-Wan in the original trilogy portrayed by Alice Guinness, they kind of like set that up. So I'm guessing they just meant like the Hayden Christensen's Anakin, right? Because Hayden Christensen was in the prequel. So if they mean like by actor, then okay, I can kind of give them leeway. But if they mean by characters, then no. This guy, original trilogy, just underneath the Vader suit. This guy in the original trilogy before, like both men, Kenobi and Skywalker were in the original trilogy before. Now Darth Maul, okay, because he was in Rebels, which takes place in the original trilogy timeline. Anyways, even though he was only a minor villain in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul exploded in popularity. He starred in several comics and is generally a fan favorite. Disney brought Darth Maul back at the very end of Solo Star Wars Story to tease what could have possibly been more films or television series. Though as for now, nothing has come of that appearance. He has played a large role throughout Star Wars Rebels, his final appearance showcasing the end of his life in Obi-Wan's hands. Well, what's number 7? Again, technically an original trilogy character. And I can't really do anything about like really with the Anakin and Obi-Wan argument that they're trying to go with. At least I can somewhat give them leeway with like, okay, you're talking about the Hayden Christensen and the Anakin and the Ian McGregor Obi-Wan. Okay, fine. You can say their versions is in the original trilogy timeline. Fine, I can give you that. Or like even like Anakin's case, post return original trilogy timeline, right? But Yoda, on the other hand, since he was like voiced by Frank Oz in the original first, prequel second, then essentially the sequel's third, I can't promise. I mean, I can't really like give them any leeway with Yoda, so I don't really count this one, but for the hell of it, let's read. First made appearing in Empire Strikes Back, Yoda has a lot of history in the franchise as a Jedi Master. He was featured heavily in the third as an authority figure in the Jedi Council, the prequels, and was later brought back by Disney to once again give Luke Skywalker advice during Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Because of this, Yoda is one of the few characters that I can safely say he was featured in every single Star Wars trilogy. Um, but I thought they were going to go with like the original trilogy, and if they were wanting to, then the only way I could give them some room with their argument about Yoda being in the original trilogy timeline that we outside of the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi is Rebels. Like what, the 2 episodes that Yoda was in Rebels? And Rebels is a Disney product, right? So if they reference that, then okay, they will have at least somewhat of an argument. Not a big argument, but at least somewhat of an argument. They do even reference that in there, so I can't even give them kudos for Yoda like I could with Anakin and Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon Jinn, okay, that I can give. Having died in the first prequel film, The Phantom Menace, many thought it unlikely for Qui-Gon to ever return. At the time, the actor Liam Neeson had absolutely exploded in popularity, and there weren't many opportunities in the timeline to bring him back. That didn't stop the showrunner of Obi-Wan Kenobi, however, who brought him back at the very end of the show. After so many years of waiting to see his master again, Qui-Gon finally appears to Obi-Wan as a Force Ghost. Technically, Qui-Gon appeared to Obi-Wan as Force Ghost in the Mortis arc in Clone Wars. Also in Clone Wars, it was established that Qui-Gon couldn't showcase his spy like this due to his training being incomplete. And I know what you guys are saying, but Phil, you just said that you showed help to Obi-Wan in the Mortis arc, that Anakin. That was a bit different. That Mortis was extremely strong with the Force, so it was pretty easy, for the likes of Qui-Gon to showcase himself visibly to, in that scenario, Anakin and Obi-Wan. In the Kenobi show, there should have been no way Qui-Gon should have been able to do this, show himself visibly to Obi-Wan. With the fact that what Qui-Gon said to Yoda in Clone Wars Season 6, that his training was incomplete. So I'm sorry, I can't give that to you guys. Bail Organa, okay. This one I can kind of give because they did technically bring him into both the Ahsoka show and Ahsoka, Obi-Wan show and Rogue One. So Bail Organa I can give them props for, but the adopted father of Leia Organa played a small but pivotal role in the prequel trilogy. Not only was Bail Organa an important member of the Senate, but also helped Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda to determine what should be done about the Skywalker's twins after the passing of their mother, Padme Amidala. He has since appeared in several instances of Disney content, including the spin-offs Rogue One Star Wars story and TV series like Star Wars Rebels and the Kenobi show, which I kind of say was in Rebels, but yeah, he a few cameos in Rebels. So like I said, Bail Organa, okay, I can give them. Why are we doing on time? Hold on. Stop sharing. We're 14 minutes. Okay, good. Sorry. Mon Mothma, again, I can't really give them that unless they talk about unless they talk about this actress. Then yes, I can give props to them because they did use this actress in Ahsoka, Rogue One, I believe she even voiced Mon Mothma on the Rebel show. So unless they talk about this actress, I can't really give them much props. Anyways, appearing first as a powerful figure in the rebellion during the original Star Wars trilogy. Mon Mothma was involved as a senator in the deleted scenes of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and appeared in the Clone Wars. She has since made a return to numerous times, both in animation and live action, appearing in Andor, Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, Star Wars Story, and Ahsoka. She often seems to be the glue that holds all the Star Wars different properties together, despite often being relegated to the incredibly minor character. Again, I can only give them that props if they're referring to this actress being her. Otherwise, I can't really give them that. Ahsoka, making her debut as a child as one of the main characters in the animated series, or movie, they got a series, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Ahsoka Tano has only recently made the jump to live action in Disney's line of television series. She has appeared in The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and now her own fairy series. Ahsoka. Now that she has once again both thrust into the spotlight a much with so much of her story left to tell, it's a guarantee that viewers can will be seeing her again sooner rather than later. I will say this: Ahsoka Tano is my favorite character of the Clone Wars. I liked her role in season 2 of Rebels, but I think that she should have died in Rebels. There should have been no way she should have survived her duel with Darth Vader. Ahsoka might be my favorite Clone Wars hero, sure. She might be my favorite Force user of the prequels. The reason why I don't call her Jedi because she left the Jedi Order in like season 5 of Clone Wars. And I might enjoy Rosario Dawson's portrayal as Ahsoka, but I think that Ahsoka should have still died in her duel with Vader in Rebel season 2. That's just me. Anyways, Rex. Because he was a clone of Jango Fett, actor Tamara Morrison, who would play Rex, has been playing characters in Star Wars for decades. However, it's only recently that Rex has made his live-action debut into the series. Though his cameo is brief, it's still presumed he is around somewhere due to his extensive appearances in Star Wars Rebels. With Ahsoka's story in the New Republic era just beginning, there's plenty of opportunity for Rex to get involved. And that was like one of the things that I like was sad about. Like, sure, I was happy, like it was pretty cool to see him in Ahsoka, but like I wish like in present time we got to see Rex with Ahsoka. Since they had formed such a good bond, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get that in the Ahsoka show. Anyways, let's move on. Saul Guerrero. That's right, he was in the prequel era first in Clone Wars. Then he was introduced in like Rogue One, then in Rebels. The first character to begin in animation, then later debuted in live action. Saul Guerrero set the precedent of the characters that would debut after him. After getting his start in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Saul reappeared in Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, played by Forrest Whitaker. This trend continued when he appeared during season 1 of the recent television series Andor. He has since appeared in Disney's Star Wars animated series, Star Wars Rebels and Bad Batch. And to mention, Saul Guerrero was also in the Jedi Fallen Order game. So like, I can give them some of the characters. Um, Essentially like Saul Guerrero, Rex, Ahsoka, Bail Organa, Qui-Gon, Maul, 100%. Sorta Mon Mothma, sorta Obi-Wan, sorta Anakin. I say sorta because unless they're referring to bringing Hayden Christensen's Anakin, Ian McGregor's Obi-Wan, and the woman who played Mon Mothma in like the deleted scenes of Revenge of the Sith, who reprised her role as Mon Mothma a few times in the more current shows. I can't really give them credit, but that's like unless they're talking about the actors who play them, then I can give them credit for that. But Yoda's is like the only one out of the 10 I cannot give credit for. I'm sorry. Anyways, but I'll admit, even though I'm not a huge fan of what Disney has done with Star Wars for the most part, not a bad list. What out of those 10 characters is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later.
Like, zoinks, man! What do you think that noise is, Kiati? This is where the hunger begins. Like, you don't know the power of my stomach! May the Scooby Snacks be with you!
And why the fuck did you take my hero slot?
Every time you get it, you die in 5 seconds like a bitch master.
Anakin just give him the damn slot.
You're just angry you're not in the game, Snips.
Got in the Lego game.
So did a gonk droid.
Can you all shut the fuck up? I'm trying to beat this motherfucker outline.
How the hell are you alive? I've killed you like 5 damn times.
Mickey Mouse keeps bringing me back to make money in your shit shoes.
Shut the fuck up and go into Ender Season 2, you walking prophet turd.